He has a sister. She's slamming hot. I met her like a decade ago. I said, dude, you need to hook me up. You need to give me the details. So he sends me a picture of her, a very cute picture of her on Facebook. And I go, all right, brother, hook me up. And he goes, no. And I said, why not? I'm a good dude. You know who I am. Hook a brother up. And he refused. And he just left the message on red.
With several billion members, the human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While men are simple creatures requiring only the most rudimentary of emotional needs to be satisfied, there is a subgroup classified as the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex. Allegedly. However, they are dismissed, scoffed, and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone.
You don't think this is a little bit too dramatic? Just let it happen.
Joe and Jason are the last of the nice guys.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you.
This is not a video chat. We're actually podcasting.
I know, but I try to do a little Joe Rogan-esque as he just like starts his podcast with like just go right into conversation. I'm sorry, that didn't work out well. Hey everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And as you saw, I was scratching my armpit. Thank you for tuning in to the last of the nice guys, because we are the last of the nice guys. And my name is Joe with my wonderful best friend.
Jason.
And
Jason.
the reason why he's doing that is because
Jason.
he-
I'm Jason.
the reason why he's doing that is because he does not expect me to start the podcast like this. But tough shit. I'm very spontaneous, and at times I really don't care. So I'll start it anywhere I want to start it. You got a problem with that, Jay? Huh?
No, sir. Absolutely not, no, sir.
Okay. Anyway, so
Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of the Last of the Nice Guys podcast. Today's topic is the art of cock blocking, inspired by a good friend of ours.
ooh,
So, no, he didn't inspire because you didn't know the story that I brought up. We were talking off air between episodes 10 and 11. I had mentioned to him that our Zumba-esque friend was coming to visit, and well, based on the fact that he never told Joe that he was coming to visit, I explained to him how he has a sister. She's slamming hot. I met her like a decade ago, and he said, Jay, I'm coming down. My sister's taking me out for my birthday. We should all hang out. He never ended up coming because he's a wuss when it comes to this Corona stuff, and it was before the
Wow.
national emergency, by the way.
wow.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. He said he didn't come because of the coronavirus. Back before national emergency nonsense, he said his mom and him were talking. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna skip it because of Corona.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just like, dude, are you serious?
on his defense though, he does have asthma.
So does my son, and I'm not concerned about it.
Okay, you're right.
It's like saying that's like you're saying you're afraid of the flu, or you're afraid of all these things that can be respiratory issues. It's just the way it is. It's just life. But we're not gonna get into how serious or how aren't serious or how incredibly ridiculous the Corona scare may or may not be.
Ridiculous.
I don't know why you guys are getting toilet tissue for it. I don't know how that's gonna save you.
Yeah. Stop it.
So he decided not to come, and so I said, okay, fine then. Well, since she's still around, and I found out she was single. I don't know how newly single. She was single again. I said, dude, you need to hook me up. You need to give me the details. So he sends me a picture of her, a very cute picture of her on Facebook. And I go, all right, brother, hook me up. And he goes, no. And I said, why not? I'm a good dude. You know who I am. He's like, dude, she's like 40. So I told him, 35. What's your point? She's not an older woman. We're peers. Hook a brother up. And he refused. And he just left the message on red. So He did. Now, okay, left it unread. He didn't even bother to respond. He just left it unread. I was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Fuck you, Zumba class. So, um, I so this concept. And this is a very mild version of cock blocking. But what is your definition of cock blocking, Joe?
Um, my definition is pretty standard, but as far as actually, it's pretty standard and like black and white. Where we're out together, me and you, we decide to go to a bar. I'm in a relationship. I like using that example as me being in a relationship and you're not. I don't know why. No
Uh,
offense. Um,
None taken.
I,
None
I
taken, of course.
I'm in a relationship. You're the single one. We go out to a bar together. It towards like the mid. I guess I'm going into detail. In the middle of the hangout, we see a group of girls. You spot one that catches your eye. You go over there. You go over there. You try to engage with the girl that you take interest to physically. And I'm going into detail about this. And as you're
I
talking,
can see.
you get to know her. One of her ugly fat friends comes in and pretty much tells,
Why did she have to be ugly and fat?
because it's always the ones that are ugly and fat that say this shit. And she goes and she ends up pretty much ruining your moment and your shine to try to get that girl's number, to try to get to know her, or whatever your intentions are with her. She pretty much does the cock blocking move, which could be her telling her friend as you're speaking to the hot girl, her telling her friend, "Hey, I don't think this guy is good for you," or "Hey," making excuses, to go to the bathroom so they both can leave the conversation between you and you know what I'm saying, like all these small, minute things that she can do to pretty much ruin your moment and ruin your shine in order for you to get the girl's number. So that's what I think cop blocking is, and what I think most people can relate to is that someone that pretty much uh, um, doesn't want you to be happy, someone that pretty much doesn't
No,
want you to have your moment, and they want to take it away from you for whatever reason. Could be because of jealousy, which probably is most of the reason why, to be honest. Like jealousy could be the number one reason.
no.
So I think that's what I think it means. So yeah.
So I just want to just really make it very clear. The fact that we were at a bar together and that I'm single and you are not was had absolutely nothing to do with the scenario that you gave. You could have skipped all of that and just went straight to the talking to a girl
I
and
had,
sitting
I
with his
had it,
friend.
but the thing is, I'm all about examples. I'm all about like,
I understand, but I'm saying in hindsight, you did the first third of that story was unnecessary for your example. I just want to make that clear that I do recognize that you're a prick. So,
cheers.
for me, basically, what I define cock blocking is the overt or subtle actions upon which a male or a female is hindering the prospects of someone that they know from either getting it in, getting to know somebody, or even ruining a relationship in a particular way, or ruining a chance for something nice to happen.
Right.
Usually, the inspiration for that or the reason behind it is, yes, of course, jealousy. Could be that you jealousy because you don't want the person to be happy, or jealousy because you want the individual that the person is going after, or just as simple. I used to say this phrase that there are just some people in your life that just don't want to see you happy at all.
Right.
For any reason that they just don't want to see you happy. So, frenemies is what I call them because you're frenemies. Um, like I had something like that happen. The same girl, the beach date girl that I referred to in the previous episodes. When we first originally met in 2009, she had an interest in me. I was just there. I was having a good time, and the friend of mine knew that I was just in a headspace where I'm just like, I'm just gonna get it in, or just hang out or whatever. I'm not really looking for that. But then I met her. Things kind of changed a little bit because he knew that's where my mindset was. Even though me and the girl were vibing, this friend of mine, that we used to call him, what doesn't matter what we used to call him, he started telling the girl, listen, he's not a good fit for you. All he wants is sex. You should stay away from him. And then he would tell me, You know, she doesn't date guys kind of like you. She's a different way. I don't think you guys are right for each other. He's saying, whispering both of these things to both of our ears. Mind you, homie of mine, close friend to her, and it's not no surprise that our original interactions in 2009 fell apart because you had this close guy that we both respected whispering in our ears. And even though we both told him, yo, stay out of it, you know, if something happens, something doesn't. We're enjoying each other's company. You still can't help but have the little but voice in your head of him of his echo of what he was saying as you're trying to hang out with this person. Do I
Absolutely.
blame him? Do I blame him for why it fell apart in 2009? A good chunk of it, yeah, yeah, because um, you have somebody close to you that you respect that's putting these thoughts into your mind, and then when something small happens, it becomes a big thing because now you bring it up. Well, maybe what he said is true. Maybe she said was true. What's going on? So cock blocking uh, is, in my opinion, never done with any good intentions. There are no good intentions behind any of it, in my opinion. Now you can be. I sometimes just say that you being a friend, if you see them going on a path that you are like, well, I don't think it's right for you. I'm not saying don't be a good friend, but what I am saying is sometimes you have to let the person do what they need to do, especially when it comes to meeting people without interfering. And then it comes to a point where if somebody is cock blocking, what does that say about what their impression of you? So let's go back to our Zumba friend.
Right.
I'm a good guy. Um,
Allegedly.
you know, allegedly. You've known me for a while. You know, stand-up guy. I'm good. I've done really well with my kids. I've cultivated a pretty good life for myself. And I'm back and forth. What reason, besides she's my sister, would you have to prevent us from connecting? Yes, I made it very clear. I'm very attracted to her. But again, what is prevent? Why do you feel like? Because here's the thing. I have three sisters. Okay, and my
Oh,
sisters,
yes,
for
you
lack,
do.
for lack of a better word, see what I'm saying? For lack of a better word, my sisters, okay, are they are very attractive. All three of them, in their own way, all very attractive. And whenever I go out with them, like the last time I went out with them, my friend is like, "Yo, man, Jay, tell me you're smashing with them." I said, "You mean one of my sisters?" He said, "Yo, those are your sisters? What happened to you?" So you know what I'm saying? Like that's what he said. So my sisters are very attractive.
I'm sorry.
And let me choose him right now. If my man Joe here is like, yo, listen, I'm digging the middle one, let me holler. I said, go for it. I wouldn't, unless I can't see myself ever stopping a friend from, pursuing one of my sisters if they wanted to, because if I, why would I want to associate with a guy who I could not see him dating somebody that close to me, sister, friend or not? So like I don't. I mean, yeah, I joke around that that Joe's a scumbag allegedly, but I don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? If I really thought my man Joe was a scumbag, I wouldn't be associating with him.
Right.
So it
Right.
brings back to the point. It's like what does our mutual friend think about me that he absolutely flat out refuses to allow me to connect with his sister? Or it could doesn't have to be sister. Could have been his best friend. Could have been a close female friend. Could have been a coworker for all I care. You know what I'm saying? And so it calls into question. Do you think I'm like? You think I'm like a piece of shit, or do you have a negative impression about me? Why is it a flat out no without explanation, without care?
He
See what I'm
could have
saying?
been he could have been saving you from her.
Okay, then explain that. Say
I
it.
mean, okay. The person in question that we're talking about is me and Jason both know him almost equally at the same amount of time in time wise.
Right.
I would consider him to be my best friend as well as along with Jason because they're like pretty much on the same level, and I know how he is.
A little
Um,
higher.
I, look, let's not go there. I know how he is, so I know for a fact that he can be somewhat difficult when it comes to certain decisions that he makes and certain decisions that he pretty much that certain decisions that he has to make. And what I mean by that is because This person in question that we're talking about, I don't want to mention his name, but I feel like he knows his sister better than we do, and I feel like he
Well, I
probably
mean that goes without being
right.
said.
I feel like he probably knows that her intentions and her ways are a little bit different, as opposed to what you expect or what you want. So he may have said that, and I wish he had like a better explanation than just a flat out no. But apparently he
Right.
oh that
Well, you mean any explanation at all? So
yeah,
okay.
could have been anything. Could have been saying, oh, I don't think Trish would be interested or whatever, or I like I love you as a friend. And I wouldn't want you to go through that, whatever the case may. Something like that, something similar to that, or just an explanation would have been nice. And I
But then
feel like
who are you? But then who are you to say that to me? I respect it, but I'm an adult. She's an adult. Whether you think of it either way, you don't think maybe don't uh, give your opinion, but don't block it. You know what I'm trying to
right,
say?
right,
So okay, I don't think you guys work for each other. I don't think she's what you're looking for, Jay. Okay, can I be the judge of that? Just that? Can I get to know her? I'm showing interest. I don't think you are her type. Okay, well, can you reach out to her and just give her brother an opportunity? And if see what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
Is that I
yeah,
know what your opinion are, but just like we don't really know her as well as he does, he doesn't know what he may or may not be stopping, whether it be absolutely terrible or absolutely fantastic. You have no idea what you're blocking or what you're preventing from happening because you're just not going to let it happen. If it happens, it happens. Unless you're going to sit there and say, well, if you date my sister, it's going to ruin our friendship, or if it doesn't work out, it's going to ruin our friendship. But it shouldn't be that way. If that's your excuse either, because that's some excuses as well. Is dating the relative of your friend. If that doesn't work out, then it puts you in an awkward situation with the relative or with the
right,
friend.
right. Yeah, but some people look and I understand what you're saying, but some people okay. So on the topic of like you see how you would be comfortable if I was to be, be interested in one of your sisters.
Yeah.
I feel like because I know people who are like this. I feel like it's a two-sided coin. People such as yourself look at it as, yeah, I mean, Joe's an awesome guy. He's there's nothing bad about him. I trust him. I've known him for so long, and I feel like he's fine. He'd be a great match. Other people would say the same thing, like, hey, I love Joe. He's a great guy, but I just don't feel comfortable with him dating my sister. Some men are like that. No, regardless of how much trust that you yourself have with that person, there's just an underlining thing where, hey, I just don't feel comfortable, and I don't know what it is. But the weird thing is that I can't see this person we're talking about. I can't see him. For some reason, it shocked me when he said that because uh, I didn't think he cared. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think he cared.
And here's the thing. I'm not against that. If you were to be like, no, Jay, I'm not comfortable. It's me. You give an explanation. Period. Are you blocking? Yes, but are you how do I say it? Are you doing it without reason, without cause? No, because at least you're telling your homie, listen, this is how I feel. I don't think, this is what it is, and you have a discussion. At least have a discussion about it,
Right.
and of course, let's say me and him, we have a discussion, and I really can't get him on board. Then okay, then that's the end of the story.
Right.
A good
Right.
friend would be like, all right, fine, I respect you. You're my friend. I won't cross that line, kind
Right.
of thing. But when you don't give your friend or give the dude or give anybody the opportunity to have that discussion, you're just straight up cock blocking for the hell of it,
Right.
which
Right.
without cause, which then leads the individual in question, myself, to dwell on it for a little bit. And I agree, I dwelled on it for a day, like wow, like what does that say? What does that say about your opinion of me? And of course, I made it very personal to me. For all I care, for all I know, I should say, for all I know, it's just him. It's his own shortcoming, his own insecurity,
That's
more
what I
so
feel
than
like.
more
Yeah.
so than his opinion about me. But because I don't know that, I will sit here and say, "Damn, you must think I'm a piece of shit."
Right.
I can come to your class and dance around with your people. I can come to your place and drink and watch DOA, but I can't I can't speak to your sister or try and court her like what what I'm trying to say. So if I was Joe, was that different? Would there be a difference if I was somebody else? This is
Right.
where your mind goes.
Yeah. These
You know,
questions are very valid too. They're very
because
valid.
exactly because that's when you start. Because let me just right now, there are people in my life that I keep at a distance from everything. But if you're close to me, you're close to me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And and I don't keep people in my inner circle if I don't hold you to a certain a standard. That you know what I'm saying, like a certain standard that's on par with who I am as a man. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to cock blocking is that if you're doing it without a cause or for a selfish reason or with no reason at all, then you're blocking for the sake of blocking. I, I mean, I'm glad we're talking about this because you're bringing up points that I didn't consider, and now I feel significantly better now. Thinking, okay, well, maybe it's not about me. Maybe it's just him. Maybe he doesn't he doesn't feel comfortable. He just doesn't know how to say that, which is fine. That's what you have to say.
Right.
You have to
That
say,
really is all you have to say. And
right.
it's not going to change anything. Like I say things all the time to my friends that in regards to me not being comfortable with certain things. It's fine. It doesn't
Right.
mean that we hate each other or we're not going to talk to each other that tomorrow or hang out the next
Well,
week.
that's the point, though, is that you would hope that you have a friendship that's mature enough, or at least close enough, that you can say this to somebody and it doesn't affect your friendship with them or your relationship with them. So there's another thing there. Does he think that our friendship isn't strong enough to handle him telling me, to hell with you, I don't want you to date my sister because X, Y, and Z? Is that another thing? Is our friendship a lot shakier than I thought? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, because I like to think anybody that knows me and that knows what high regard I held them for, that the foundation of that friendship is usually strong. So, of course, I'll let you know when it's falling apart. You will know
And
when
and
when,
then
when
and then the other thing in mind that you also have to think about is that what if he said yes and everything, and you basically got the green light to go do it.
right,
Like, let's
rough
just
world.
say, yeah, right. Let's just say that happened. Um, then you know how I'm not gonna say I don't want to put it out there, but like what would happen if God forbid something fell out between you two? Then what? Then would not
Right,
you and the friend, but you and the girl. So
right.
what happens now? Like, do you have to explain to our said friend, hey,
You
um,
shouldn't have to, but you shouldn't have to. That's
so
that's
pretty much
independent. Here's
let
the
it
thing,
happen. And that's it.
right? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to facilitate it. You don't have to like set us up on a date together. But you need to realize that our friendship is independent from what might have been between me. And again, it doesn't have to be a sister. It could be a close friend. It could be I don't know. I was going to say an ex, not an ex, but a close friend.
Right, right,
Or I mean, it could be an ex if you're cool like that. Who knows? Or like a bestie. But what I'm saying though is that you should not tether your friendship with this individual, with the relationship, that mutual relationship with the person that you mutually know, that has nothing to do with it, because um, nothing is guaranteed. Most relationships fail. That's just reality of it. Most of them fail, and but you never know what will and will not succeed if you don't take the opportunity. What I'm saying though is that fear should not govern your willingness to facilitate or keep an open mind or just stay out of the way of people that you know and care about getting to know each other.
right.
And the fear of that falling apart should be independent from you whatsoever. So let's say he gave the green light, it didn't work out. Okay, well, for the simple fact of the matter is that there's a good chance that if that happened, I would never see her again, like ever. I don't go to his functions. She may live in my state, but it's a big ass state, and it's not like I'm up there. So it wouldn't. That fear, I find it to be irrelevant, though it
Right.
is plausible and makes sense. But at the same time, I mean, what if you hop on I would become what, public enemy number one with who? Your sister or maybe your
Yeah,
family?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I think because it's different for you, and it's I don't feel like you would be hated in that limelight. Like, you wouldn't, no one would hate you
Exactly.
if something like
Well, heck,
I agree with
I've
that.
got, I've got family members of exes that still talk to me. The big ex, the one that I thought was my soulmate. I still have her mom poking me every once in a while on Facebook. I still have her
Yeah.
cousin-in-law contacting me on Facebook. These people still because they know that despite things didn't work out between me and their daughter or their sister-in-law or their cousin-in-law, Jason was a good dude, and he could still be counted on if they needed. It was funny because a couple of years ago, that same cousin-in-law of her contacted me and said, hey, listen, can you film and edit my entrance video to nursing school? I said, sure. And
Sure,
please
why
do. I went
not?
out there, met him. I drove all the way. It was 45 minutes south, right, to the area. We went to two locations. We shot and filmed it, and I edited it in a couple of days. We filmed a couple of stuff in his house too. Put some bloopers in there. Bam. Please believe, Buddy got in. He got it. He was like, holy crap, I got in. Because I forget what school it was, but that school only takes like 100 candidates or something like that. Like it's a very small amount of candidates they take.
Very, very
So you have to
prestigious
blow them
school.
away. Right.
Yeah.
You have to blow them away, this particular nursing school. So, and that's why he came to me. He said, listen, if I'm going to do a video, I want to do something, freaking crazy, and he sent me his script or his script, and I proofread it and I made changes to the script. And with the script, I created a shot list and we did it. So, and don't get me wrong, things between me and his wife's cousin, they flamed out. I mean, they fell apart. So it wasn't like, okay, we're done. It was like shit got, there was Facebook drama there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it got kind
It
of
got
bad for
pretty
a little
ugly.
bit.
It got pretty ugly.
So yeah, it got a little ugly it was for a quick minute, but it got ugly because big loves, when they flame out hard, but they flame out quick. So it got ugly quickly, but it ended just as quickly. But the fact of the matter is that was the last taste in these people's mouth when it came to me. You know what I'm saying? So not that I said anything wrong, but I just didn't take the breakup well. The way it went down. So, um, but I'm still caught with these people. So that's what I'm saying is that you don't have to uh, be concerned about that because if you're mature enough, your relationship can your friendship or your associated individual can
Keywords.
progress beyond.
Yep.
Yes, can progress beyond such a breakup, such a close thing. Now sometimes some don't. I have an example where one a really close friend of mine, it didn't end up working out like that because Buddy thought that I was supposed to drop the girl the minute they broke up. And I was like, no, I'm your friend. I'm her friend. I'm not gonna, that's the way it works. Like I might have met her through you, but I met her for several years where we're confidants. We share things. Like, no, it's my friendship with you, my friendship with her. He didn't
Right.
appreciate that. That
Right.
friendship fell apart. So, and without even really talking about it. So it comes to that maturity. There we go. And that's what it is. If when it comes to cock blocking, it's all about maturity. That's what
Which
it is.
which
I just
which
realized
is
it. I
which
hit
is
a
yeah,
maturity.
which is the key, yeah, the key word. Couldn't agree with you more. I just don't I just don't see what the big deal is, man. I really don't see what the big deal is. I told
I
you
agree. I agree.
I along with our friend that we're talking about, another friend that I think you have met once in our lifetime. He has a sister as well, and back when I first met him, he made it abundantly clear that no matter how close I am with you guys, um, no dating my sister. And like I told you before, some people are just like this. And
Mhm.
I'm not gonna look, honestly, Jay, there are a billion people on this planet. And you might have heard this before. I
Uh-huh.
know I know for a fact that our friend's sister is eye candy. Uh among other things. I You and I both know this. But but there's a billion people on this planet, and the
Oh, I'm not dwelling. I'm not saying that's my destiny. What I am saying though is that you don't know. You know, I don't know. He doesn't know. So who are you to block? That's what I'm saying. Who are
exactly
you to That's
right.
that's all I'm saying is that you don't know. I don't know. She doesn't know. She's probably the only one in the dark, more so the dark. You know,
And
who are you to
what's the
say
worst that can
a
happen?
hard no? Mhm.
What's the worst that can happen? She says no. Okay, who gives a shit? Like, okay, I'm
Exactly.
not interested. No
Exactly.
problem. Okay.
I mean, no, no, I am quite sure I'm not her type. I actually, I mean, at least the guy that I was back then. I no, no, but I am though. From the girl that I remember, Not her type at all. But you know what? Sometimes they like a little change. Sometimes they like to try something different. I love to facilitate that. I'll be a little different for you too. So you realize, I want to go back to the original flavor. Cool stuff. But at least I could say that was my ex right there. God damn, was that my ex?
I know.
So
I know.
um,
I know you want to say that. I know.
yeah, I want to be able to put my own personal Joe. You know what I'm saying? And say,
I
check out,
knew
check
that
out,
was coming.
check out what I was rolling with once.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Anyway. All right.
Just
So
saying.
with
Joe
that,
Joe gets to Joe gets to point that out for the rest of his life. Listen, I'm happily married. I got whatever. But check it out. Back in the day, I used to roll with this. Okay, check this shit out. And I'm like,
I
what? That's
look,
not true. Really, it's not true. Check it out. There I am.
I get
And
it.
you got people that can co-sign. I can co-sign because I saw it, and I can't believe it.
This guy. Listen, people. This guy is never gonna live this down. For the rest of my life, I will hear this. No matter what status I'm
Because
at,
you have
I'm
to
going to
understand
hear
something.
this. I'm gonna hear this for the rest of my life. It's
You have to
never
understand
gonna be
something.
old. It's never gonna be old.
You
I'm
have to understand something. You have to understand something. I have never, ever, 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 ever been so goddamn attracted to my homie's girl in my life. Ever. I've never. I've met many of my friends' girlfriends. They're cute. They're attractive. They're whatever. But I have never been so ridiculously attracted to one of my homie's girls than when I met this particular one, and I said, and had her in my home with him, and I said, "Oh my God, why did he bring her?" Is what I thought, because I didn't see what she looked. I didn't know what she looked like. I didn't. I just, I have this other girl around, and I just put it. Joe at the time went through women like he went through his drawers. So
oh
I
my
couldn't I couldn't
god.
keep up. I couldn't keep. No, not to say that he was a dog. What I'm saying is that things would flame out and he'd move on, and for all I know he's dating someone else. And I'd ask about a girl, and I wouldn't know that I'm talking about a girl 2 girls ago. So I kind of gave up. So he's like, "Oh, this is her name. I'm bringing her up. Come hang out." Sure. And then I met her, and my eyes damn near fell out of my eyes. I said, "Oh, hi, I'm Jason." Um, I can't explain to you. See, I kept my cool. I'm proud of myself because I kept it cool. I was like, oh, you guys do whatever you want. But inside, I was screaming like, why isn't this me? So
I,
that's why she's
I,
like, oh, she's always gonna be brought up because I never like I was contemplating. I was like daydreaming like, what if she walked into my room, and something happened, and Joe was sleeping. Please God, like I was trying to like do some mind voodoo shit. Like that's how serious it got in my head. That's how attracted to her that I was, and I've never experienced that before. Now there's a difference between being attracted to your homie's ex or your homie's whatever, but no, current girlfriend, current. I love this girl. She's like the one. She's everything I'm looking for, and all I'm thinking about is shut the fuck up. I want a piece of that. That's all I'm thinking about in my head. It's like what? So that's why she keeps coming up in these podcasts because I've never experienced that before or after with any guy who's being that ridiculously attracted to your homie's
oh my
current
god.
girlfriend. Like you don't know a man, two homies, two bros. You don't a real test of their friendship doesn't come until one of them has a slimming hot chick, and the other guy has to really compose himself. And I'm just keeping it real. Like that's the truth. That's the reason why she keeps coming. Why she'll always come up in this in this podcast because like that was a true test of our friendship, and I know we're gonna be friends forever because I didn't make a move on your girl in my house.
We were gonna be
Even,
friends. We were gonna be friends for a long time, regardless.
yeah, no, we were, no, and we were, but we don't know that we didn't know that. Now I know that. You see what I'm trying to say? Like now I know because when she stepped out of my kid's room in just a big T-shirt.
Fantastic. So,
Okay,
ladies
in
and
just a
gentlemen,
big T-shirt. I'm
ladies,
talking about legs and legs. And I said, and I looked at her and I did it. Yeah, I'm just being real. That is how I knew you and I be friends forever because nothing would because I kept it together.
fantastic. So, any last comments or words about
Now that's now
a
that that's
cock?
not cock blocking. That's not cock blocking. That's him throwing it in my fucking face. He brought her to my home and throw it in my
Oh
face.
my
That's him.
god,
That's him floss. That's him
man.
flossing. And we're gonna talk about the art of flossing. in another episode because that's what he did. He did, and he's
No, we're not. We're not. We're not going to talk about the art of flossing. You know why?
yeah.
Because
That's why.
we're going to leave all of that in the other book that has been closed and sealed.
I'm saying flossing, the concept of flossing, not specifically her.
Okay. I hope
let me
so.
just right now. That's a book I like to have the cliff notes to. That's all I can say.
Holy shit. Like
So final thoughts on cock blocking.
on cock blocking. Okay. Final thoughts on cock blocking. If you have a friend, female or male, that
Stop right there. Stop right there. If I had a shot, I never will have a shot. Never. She's too no, just like out of my league. If I ever had a chance, cock blocking, to get with her, right? And I mean really get with her, okay? And all I needed was your blessing to get with her, okay? Would you do it?
Yeah.
No, honestly, would you do it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because you can have my sloppy seconds.
Fuck. Let me say right now. Ain't nothing sloppy about those seconds. Ain't nothing sloppy about those seconds. But I'm being real. I'm being real. If I won the lottery and I had a chance, right? But all I would need is your blessing. And I only say this because there was a girl I once dated in high school, and my friend liked her first, and I got to know her, but then she fell for me, and I kind of fell for her, and we couldn't do anything. I had to call my buddy up and say, "Hey, listen, would you mind it if I asked her out?" And he's like, "Man, it's about time." I saw it. I saw the writing on the wall between you two from the beginning. I said, "Dude, are you sure?" He goes, "Listen, she's not digging me, but she's digging you. I mean, who am I?" And he said, "Who am I to stop that? Who knows where that's gonna go?" And he was in high school. Dude was very mature, and I was like, wow, cool. And it never affected our friendship, believe it or not, never affected our friendship. And it became so mundane that I even forgot that he even liked her at one point. That's how simple it got. So that's why I asked, if I had a shot, but all I needed was your blessing, would you give it to me to date her?
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Wow, that's the difference between you and our mutual friend. Like that's what I mean.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because I'm not going to be sentimental or romantic right now, but I have something very, 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 very good, and I don't think nothing else cares to me.
That's maturity right there. Final thoughts on cock blocking.
Please don't do it. Don't be that fat, ugly girl in the club that consistently goes ahead and tells gives subliminal messages to a friend to say, hurry up, we gotta go, it's time to go to the other club, or we gotta go to the bathroom, and then never come back out or never pop up ever again. Don't do that. Just, give the person, unless you know he really is a piece of shit or a dickhead and like he is displaying those type of vibes, then and you're good at like finding or conveying those signals, then different story. But if you're not, give that person a chance, man. Especially if it's
give the person a chance. Get out of their way.
Get out of their way. Give the person a chance. You never know what could happen. It could be an amazing moment for them, or it could be a catastrophe and a huge failure. But you won't know that until you shut the fuck up and give that person a chance. Period.
Get out the way. Get out the way. I agree. I totally agree. Is that get your head out of your ass, okay, and leave it alone. Unless this is like life or death, who are you to get in the way of it? Who are you? Unless you're interested as well. And if you're interested as well, fine, may the best man win. But cock blocking in general is like you're gonna say some shady, underhanded crap to get ahead. No, leave it alone.
Yeah, let it be.
Let it happen. And just stay out of the way. I do not condone cock blocking or twat blocking either. Now, twat blocking apparently is women blocking women. So I don't agree with any of it.
Same shit. Yeah.
It's the same shit. I'm just like, why would you want to do that? And then furthermore, which dovetails into our next episode, okay? Don't do what you wouldn't like done to you. Reality. don't behave in a particular you won't like, don't you? If you wouldn't appreciate it, then you shouldn't do it either. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Last of the Nice Guys podcast, episode 12, The Art of Cock Blocking. You can check us out, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as Viberev Studios, VIBEREV The website for the studio that produces this, which is my studio, Viberev Studios, Viberev Studios, VIBEREVStudios.com, is back up. What I realized though is that when I took down the studio website, Last of the Nice Guys wasn't even up. So I have to actually update the website and put Last of the Nice Guys up there. So you actually can't find any of our information on the website, which I find to be weird. We've been doing this for a while, so my website must have been down for a very long time before we started this. It's not there.
A little technical difficulties. It's okay.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I took it down on purpose because I was doing an overhaul and I gave up on the overhaul. I'm not a webmaster. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? It's been down for too long. I'm never gonna get to this. Put it back up and just go from there. So check out the studio. It has a bunch of stuff in there. You know, beyond you might even see Joe pop up in a few things other than Last of the Nice Guys. So you know, there's plenty out there for you guys. Joe, how are they gonna sit there to find you?
You get me on Instagram, JoeTarrro. That's Joe Taro. You can find me on Instagram. I would prefer Twitter. I'm not usually on as much anymore as I used to be, or at all. Actually, I'm not a big fan of Twitter. I don't know why, but Instagram is like the my main source. I do have a Facebook as well, but if you contact me on Instagram, I can give you my Facebook because I don't feel comfortable giving it out, live. But anyway,
no, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Well, that being said, we thank you for listening, and we also thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.
This is an audio production of Vibe Revelation Studios, the cure for your common day. VibeRevStudios.com.